The king returned to his court and called the astrologer. The king asked the astrologers to calculate and tell what trouble our prince had. The astrologers calculated and said that the time that we predicted at the time of the prince's birth has come. If the prince does not find that fairy, he will travel for her. And we have already told you about the difficulties and troubles of this journey. When the king heard this, he was very upset because he had only one son, and that too he got after a lot of prayers. The king could not see his son in pain. The king ordered those pictures and made more like them and handed them over to his army and ordered to look for this girl everywhere in the land and bring this girl before us as soon as possible. The king's army started searching for this girl everywhere in small groups. Despite the search for several months, nothing could be found about this girl, and the army returned unsuccessfully from everywhere. When the king found out, he was very upset and went to the prince and told him that there is no such girl anywhere on earth. You tell me, I will marry you to the most beautiful girl in this world. But the prince flatly refused and said that, you allow me, I want to go in search of her myself. But the king did not allow it, thinking that I have only one son. If something happens to him, what will happen to me, and what will happen to this kingdom? Thinking of this, the king called the expert doctor and consulted them that if there is any cure, tell them. But the doctors apologized by saying that the disease can be treated, but there is no cure for this love. There is only one way that you can imprison the prince so that he can't go anywhere and stay with you. So the prince was imprisoned, but he continued to moan and groan even in prison. The prince's mother used to cry seeing the prince, and this sorrow was not tolerated even by the king. But the king was forced to love his son